Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Phyza, and today's video is going to be a little bit different to anything that I've done before. I haven't really talked about anything like this, or I don't think any of my content is anything like this, to be honest. So I'm just going to see how this goes. So recently, as some of you may or may not know, the leader of FaZe, the multi-millionaire clan, known worldwide, has left. He has left FaZe due to some circumstances of his own and his personal life. Not all is clear about why he's left FaZe. I mean, there's been a few things here and there to explain it, but nothing's like a 100% at this time. I am going to get more into that later on in the video and explain what I've seen on Snapchat from FaZe Banks himself. But yeah, so the owner slash co-owner of FaZe, Ricky Banks, has left, also known as FaZe Banks. He's done a huge job for FaZe. He's helped them get to where they are today. I mean, undoubtedly, without him, they probably wouldn't be anywhere near as big as they are today. I mean, he has really done fucking miracles for that clan. Really marketed them well and got them on the map. And yeah, so he's left. That's a massive shock to the system. I don't think anyone really expected that, to be honest. I mean, he did on Twitter actually announce that there was going to be a huge announcement later on that night. But I don't think anyone thought it was going to be that extreme. I thought they was all going to be just maybe they got a new recruit or someone's getting kicked and stuff like that. But yeah, he unfortunately left FaZe. He then tweeted about how he loves all the FaZe members after that, tweeting at all the FaZe members individually. Not all of them, just a few selection. I think it was all the FaZe members from the FaZe house and some of the pro team members, and a few outside FaZe members like Jev and a few others, just basically tweeting at him that he loves them, and just because in a way they're his family. He sees them as his family, as you would. He's lived with most of them for quite a while, and he sees them as like a second family to him. He then tweeted out how it's been one of a hell of a ride, and this was to FaZe Clan. He tweeted about how it's been one hell of a ride, and it's changed his life, and but it's for the best that he leaves, and all this stuff. And then he tweeted at Blazerkin, talking about how FaZe isn't a family anymore and it's all a nightmare. So this kind of makes it look like him and Blazerkin had a falling out, sort of something along the lines of that. I mean, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of what I've gathered from Twitter. And then he, on Snapchat, started giving some explanations, not proper explanations, but brief explanations, kind of just explaining what's happening and stuff like that. He talks about how he hasn't been sleeping right and how he has had a lot on his mind. I mean, as you would, as the biggest gaming clan in the world, you're gonna have a lot on your mind, aren't you? You got to think about a lot, make the right decisions, stuff like that. I mean, I can imagine how stressful that job actually is. I mean, it's probably extremely stressful. I know I probably couldn't cope with it at this time. Maybe when I'm older I could, but I couldn't cope with that. But anyways, yeah, so he was tweeted out saying he's left and all this stuff, and then on his Snapchat he started talking about why he's left and stuff like that. And like I've already said, he puts it down to insomnia, I think it was, because he said he hasn't been sleeping right and how he hasn't been getting the right almost the right nutrition from his food. He hasn't been sleeping. His life's just been turned upside down by something. I don't understand why, but there's obviously something going on in his head making him do all this. I mean, I think he's really stressed out personally. He then talks about on Twitter about how FaZe Clan's been the best thing that has ever happened to him, and he's you can't really do anything without FaZe Clan. It's got him to where he is today and all this stuff. He then on Twitter tweeted about how he's going to be joining another team this week. A lot of people were quite annoyed about that. I mean, how he's left FaZe to go join another team, but you know what I mean, he's got to follow his dreams, he's got to do what he's want to do. He also has said that he's going to be moving to Germany to follow his dreams, like I said. I'm not 100% sure what that is yet. No one actually has had that confirmed, but there's obviously something going on in Germany that he wants to do, and something he wants to follow up for him to take it this extreme. But later on, he then tweeted about how he's joined FaZe again, and a lot of you may be thinking, like, you've just been talking about how he's left FaZe, like, why didn't you say how he said he left FaZe but now he's joined back again? This is, I mean, a lot of this has been compressed into like a very short period of time. Like, I've read all this, seen all this in a very short period of time, so it's all quite new to me. But he has tweeted about how he's joining FaZe again, and then he started saying about how he's going to put loads of things up on Snapchat explaining the whole situation, like why he left and why he's now joined again, and how it's going to be on Snapchat and nowhere else. So on Snapchat, he then put loads of stories up talking about why he left and like the situation, like he said he was going to. And he does put it down to insomnia, like I've already said, but he also puts it down to this medication that he was on, that he got prescribed to by a doctor. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was a medication he took for not sleeping right and having a lot of things on his mind, and he was taking it to try and help him out. Obviously he followed what the doctor said, because they apparently know what they're talking about, which, can I just say, isn't the case. There's a lot of doctors that, it's not necessarily the doctors themselves, it's just what they've been trained to do, but you shouldn't always listen to doctors, you know what I mean? But anyway, he got addicted to this drug that really messed with his head. Like, he wasn't thinking straight, as well as having insomnia and being sleep deprived. He is addicted to this drug, so he's got all of that on his mind, as well as managing FaZe on his mind, which I think he's kind of sent him into like an early midlife crisis. I mean, I say early because he's not even midlife yet. I mean, he's really young, so I don't know what's brought this on. I mean, it is a shame. A lot of people do have it early, but it is a shame as like the situation he's in at the moment. But I think everything's changing for the best. He was talking about on Snapchat how about not to listen to doctors, and, you know, just do in life what makes you happy, follow your dreams, don't like be something you're not to impress people, and if people don't like it, basically fuck them, and I can completely agree with that. He has talked about how he's helped a lot of people with this story, and like, not the Snapchat story, but his story of what's going on. He's helped a lot of people, and I can see what you mean. I mean, he's definitely made me think about things. I mean, no, I'm nowhere near sleep deprived, and I haven't got insomnia or anything, and anything like that. I mean, I'm not that stressed out. I mean, I have a few things on my mind here and there, but nothing anywhere near compared to the extent that Banks is going through at the moment now. But he has made me think a little bit about how I need to change a few things. Like, I don't know, there's a few things I'm doing at the moment which I need to change. My sleeping pattern, I need to get that sorted out. My sleeping pattern is dreadful. Like, I'm going to bed at 3-4 o'clock in the morning most nights. That's even on college nights, that seems to be the case. And I don't understand what I do. I just sit on my laptop and just watch YouTube and talk to people really late. Talk to some Americans online, Americans that I know just from Xbox, and like arena players and competitive players. And that needs to stop. I mean, I need to get into a sleeping routine and get a routine going. And also, it has made me think about YouTube and about what I really want to do, and I really do want to pursue YouTube. I want to make this work, so I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into YouTube from now on. Thanks, shout out to Banks for that. I mean, he's made me think about this all, and I mean, he's made me think about this all. I've really started thinking about it a couple hours ago. Like, it wasn't very long ago I started thinking about all this, and I don't know, like today I don't know, things have been different today. I mean, I'm going to start putting a lot more effort into my videos. You should notice a change in the quality. As for like the amount of videos I get done in a week, and consistency, I'm going to get a consistent upload schedule done. I'm going to write this all down, get a schedule and everything, put it in my room so I know what I'm doing, so I don't just make a video when I feel like it. At the same time, I'm not going to stress myself out with YouTube. I'm not going to stress myself out to the point where I'm struggling of content ideas to do, and it comes to like time for me to upload and I'm like, shit, I haven't got anything to do, and I'm stressing out. I'm going to keep myself like stress free as much as I can, but I'm going to try and stick to a schedule at the same time. This is all down to Banks, like I've said. He's changed me, if you will. So I'm going to start putting in a lot more effort into my YouTube videos. I'm just going to try and sort everything out. Everything at the moment for me is quite like a big mess. Ever since the Christmas break, everything's been fucked, man. Like my sleeping schedule, everything's been fucked. I need to sort it out. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I mean, this is going to try and be like a live com/cut com. I mean, there might be a few cuts here and there where I do kind of go off track a little bit, but I'm going to try and keep this as much as a live com as I can. But yeah, so the moral of what I'm trying to get down to is be yourself, man. I mean, be yourself, not what anyone else wants you to do, and if they don't like it, fuck them. That's how you should be, really. I mean, I think that's a really good mental attitude to have. You shouldn't really be trying to impress anyone, especially if they're not already like impressed by you at the moment. You shouldn't, because that shows that they don't like who you are, so why should you like them? So yeah, that's kind of the moral, really. Just be yourself. If you have anything to change or anything you want to change, do it now. Life is basically a game. Life is a game. In games, you have objectives, you have goals that you want to meet, stuff that you need to get done, and you do them. That's the whole point of a game. You do the goals, you do what you want to get done, and you work your way up. It's the same with life. You do your goals, meet your deadlines, get done what you need to get done, and work your way up in life. And honestly, if you follow your dreams, success will follow you shortly after. So yeah, that's kind of the moral of the story. Just be yourself, follow your dreams, and success will follow you. So yeah, I'm not going to make this video too long. That's going to be it for today, I think. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment if you need to talk to me about anything. And also hit me up on Twitter. I'll have a link to my Twitter in the description. I always respond to my tweets and my messages on Twitter. I do get quite a few every now and again, but not much, so I will respond. I will always respond if anyone needs me to. But yeah, so that's it, guys. It's been Phyza. Have a good one. Peace.